Welcome back to the Market Chef. It's Christmas. We've got Chef Ryan here in the County Supplies kitchen. Chef, you found the Brussels sprouts?
No.
Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without your Brussels sprouts.
I've just had a new dish idea though. Raw sprouts all the way.
Right, Ryan, so what I've got here today is the king of stalks, the Brussels stalk.
Jeez, look at that. It's a beast.
It is, isn't it? And do you know what they used to do with these once they trimmed the Brussels off from back in the day, Ryan?
Eat it.
It's a bit tough to be eaten. What they used to do is they would take the Brussels off and use the stalk as an actual walking stick.
Wow.
Yeah, and if it's not good enough for a walking stick, I'm sure they've got some people around your house over Christmas. Once you've seen the back of them, you could gently give them a push out the front door with them.
Sounds
they're
perfect.
They're that strong.
Gosh.
So Ryan, do you know why we eat these around Christmas time?
Well, Rob, funny you asked that. I actually do. The 18th century is when they started growing them. They're naturally in season, so they plant them late summer, naturally here, just in time for Christmas.
So you do know your sprouts then,
I
Ryan?
do indeed.
Do you know actually though how many sprouts are eaten around Christmas period?
Oh, a lot. A couple of million?
A lot. 750 million, Ryan. Do you know what that is?
Go on.
That's one whiffy week. Brussels sprouts, love them or hate them.
Do you know what, Rob? I've got to hate them, but
Really?
yeah, they're a little bit hellish for me, but in the traditional way which they've been delivered. Sorry, Mum, Grandma, but today we're going to deliver an excellent dish. We're going to spruce up the old classic, a little bit of sweetness in there, some nice little techniques in the cooking to deliver a dish that I'm sure you and I will love alike.
Right, Ryan, sounds exciting. Let's get cooking.
So it's Christmas, and what would a Christmas table be without sprouts? And as you know, they're not my favorite, but today I'm gonna do a twist on the classic that's even gonna have me going for seconds. So with that said, we've got some incredible ingredients on the board here. We've got the incredible sprouts. I mean, look how fresh they are. We're gonna use these plump little beauties, a little bit of the tops included. And then we're gonna use some clementines. I mean, come on, we're talking stockings, nuts on the table. Nothing says Christmas just like that. So we've got some leafy clementines here, almost picturesque. We have some English chestnuts, some English butter, and again, some savory herbs in the form of sage and thyme. Seasoning to finish. Let's crack on. So, into the sprouts. I think we should just attack this. I mean, look at that, absolutely beautiful. So I've got a pan here, and as I like to call the blue smoke kind of screaming hot element, which is where you get the pan on, and you see just a little bit of fine blue smoke, as you may have seen in some of our other videos. So, sprouts, the big question. How do I cook them? Do I blanch them first? Do I boil them? Do I season the water? Grandma used to tell me, you need to crisscross the big ones to make sure they're cooked. Who needs them cooked? That nice al dente vegetable that we desire in the fine beans, you know, and the other great vegetables of the year. I think it's no different with these. So great tip for me is just get them all the same size into halves, and I think this is great. You start going too small, they're gonna get mushy. We're gonna be quite aggressive in the way we cook them. We're gonna char them up a little bit, add the ingredients bit by bit, and yeah, hopefully end up with a nice, sweet, partially cooked, crunchy Brussels sprout, which will, like I said, get me going back for seconds. So just halve them all up. The smaller ones up top here, these ones, just keep them whole. Let's turn this pan up a little bit. So, aggression is what we need because you get those courgettes in the summer, the peppers, the aubergines, you char grill them on a barbecue, and we're trying to do just that. So a real hot pan is what we're after. I'm gonna do a smaller portion today just to show you guys exactly what we're looking for. But you could do this if you've got a big wok at home or a large pan, we could just go about it. Okay, so straight into the pan we go. And again, we're gonna put them in this racing hot pan, and the reason is we want to kind of char them up. Bittersweet moment going from the sweetness of the brassica and that bitterness coming from the charring in the pan. So we're gonna take some leaves also. Just gonna take the heart out for ease. It's absolutely incredible. Pop that over there. And again, just split it up a little bit. Now these leaves are so sweet and beautiful. I'm not really gonna do too much to them. Just rip it up a little bit and get those in the pan. Not much going on there until we start adding the other ingredients. So we're gonna now go with the chestnuts and the butter. A nice big knob of butter. Can't really go too wrong with kitchen gold, and that's gonna smoke And this is where it all starts getting going. Cover that up so it doesn't spit on you a little bit. In there with some pepper, nice sea salt to magnify all those beautiful flavors. And in we go with a beautiful leafy clementine. I mean, look at that. Sign of Christmas. Beautiful and sweet. Now the reason for this is acidity to the dish, but also the sugars are going to glaze. Nice citrus finish with the sprouts, going to bring them alive. Absolutely delicious. And you can see it just calms the pan down a little bit so we can get that glaze. Some ginger wine. 1 shot, 2 shot, then like that, it's Christmas. A little bit more. A little bit of savoury herbs. We want to go easy on the herbs. We don't want to distract the flavour too much. So we're going to rip 2 sprigs of thyme. And I would say this portion that I'm making now is perfect for, 2 to 3 people. So double up on this recipe. And again, that beautiful ginger wine, citrus, match made in heaven. Some sage in there. And that's it. We just want to keep that heat up nice. And again, we've got raw sprouts in there. So the lid goes on. We just want that to glaze up. It's going to take 2 or 3 minutes. Lid on, it's going to steam, help get through the density of that sprout. And by the end of it, we're going to have sweet, crunchy sprouts. Hopefully the glazes come around from the chestnuts and that lovely citrus. And then we'll start to plate up. So Rob, come on back into the kitchen, fella. Here we go. Get a whiff of this. Smell that. You smell the ginger wine in there, the clementine, nice, and the colour's still there, vibrant. So I'm going to plate this up and then maybe we can have a...
You don't like sprouts, right? No?
I like these sprouts.
You sure?
Because I've looked after them.
I've got a fault for you.
Thank you very much,
yeah?
fella. Okay, let's get these plated then. Onto the plate we go. And
smelling amazing.
Yeah, they're good. You know what? And I think classic, a bit like the old rosemary, lamb and garlic. Chestnuts. There's something about the creaminess of chestnuts with the kind of slightly bittersweet finish of a sprout. It's just really nice.
It's not that traditional like your mum used to cook. Boil them, stick in the middle of the table at Christmas, lid on, lift the lid, and with just that
big
potent smell of just Brussels sprouts was just, it's always put me off since then.
Really?
Never been a lover of them, but I'm hoping you're going to convince me of something different today, Ryan.
Overcooked, no pressure, but I'm confident. We've got ginger wine.
You sure?
In there. Don't test me, wait until you taste this. Well. A little bit of that juice in there. Beautiful glaze. And then let's finish with some more. I've just chopped up a few beautiful little chestnuts there. Let's freshen that glaze up. Some of that leafy clementine. These are one of my favourites, aren't they? Absolutely delicious. A little bit of salt to finish. Some more savoury herbs in the form of thyme on there. I mean, you don't want to, you'd be an idiot to absolutely...
Looks a beautiful dish. Look at the green in it. That's what they've got to be. You've got to make sure your Brussels sprouts at Christmas, crispy, green, full of heart. Don't want no yellow, any yellow sprouts, leaves on them. You don't want them on the plate.
So we've got a few of the tops in there as well. Absolutely delicious, looks classic, as you'd expect. Completely different profile on the taste. Get stuck in, let's go. Do I really have to come
Coming in with me? Come on, dive in.
Let's do it. Some of that chestnut in there, get some of that sauce as well. Maybe not half a tree. That's nice. I really like that.
Come on, hand on heart, tell me. Have you turned yourself, are they going to be on your plate this Christmas? Because I can tell you what, they are definitely going to be on mine, Chef.
I'm going to make an effort just for you, Mr. Rob.
You've converted me. Brussels sprouts are never. Mum, Elaine, they are coming to our house this Christmas. Chef, you have converted me. I'm all over them this Christmas. Thank you very much.
Good to hear it.
One little tip, kids, do not leave them out for the reindeers because it could be one whiffy ride home for Santa. Ryan, thank you again.
You're welcome.
Merry Christmas from all at County Suppliers.